times. All right, we've been keeping a close eye on Capitol Hill as the House Oversight Committee's task force on the declassification of federal secrets held its first hearing this week on the flood of newly released documents related to the Kennedy assassination. Lawmakers heard from expert witnesses combing through the fresh evidence. Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna opened the hearing criticizing past governments for withholding information on the JFK files. Filmmaker Oliver Stone, who notably was behind that 1991 film JFK, was among those who testified during the hearing, and he called on lawmakers to reopen investigations into Kennedy's killing. Have a look.
I asked the committee to reopen what the Warren Commission failed miserably to complete. I ask you in good faith, outside all political considerations, to reinvestigate the assassination of this President Kennedy from the scene of the crime to the courtroom, which never happened, but which means the chain of custody on the rifle, the bullets, the fingerprints, the autopsy that defies belief, and that if it were a murder, we'd have given to the poorest man dying in a gutter.
All right, let's bring in Matt Crumpton, host of the Solving JFK podcast. Let's bring in Matt Crumpton for more. Matt, what do you think? Do you agree with Oliver Stone that there needs to be further investigation into President Kennedy's assassination? Interesting take.
Yeah, thanks for having me here today. And I do agree with that, because here's why. Since we had the Warren Commission, and then we had the House Select Committee on Assassinations, which has only ever been 2 actual investigations. Warren Commission found Oswald alone. House Committee in 1978 found that there was, quote, a probable conspiracy. That's the last investigation. In the 90s, we had all these records get declassified by the Assassination Records Review Board, but we've never had accountability for what we found out. And there's been, there's nothing that's a single smoking gun document that says, hey, the CIA killed President Kennedy. But we do know for sure now that the CIA was well aware of Oswald before the assassination. They knew all of his addresses for 4 years before the assassination, and had a 198-page file on him that was on Jim Angleton's desk about a week before the assassination. So the question is it extreme gross incompetence that the CIA has been trying to cover up all these years, or is there something more nefarious going on? And that's why we need to have this discussion. It's crucial for our democracy.